So, for your spring-summer 2010 collection, if you can tell me a little about your inspirations and that sort of thing for this.
Well, this collection, spring 2010, I was very inspired by the Urban Warrior. So it was really, she was very strong, and there was a lot of body armor. There's a lot of shoulder, attention to the shoulders, and as far as armored pads, epaulettes, and it was a lot of layering, but we did it in a very feminine way. So again, her armor was satin. I worked in leather, and it was just really about, you know, sort of how to show her soft but strong.
And I found it very interesting that you chose to do a lot of the shoulder padding on top versus underneath, like on the t-shirts and blazers.
Well, there's been you know, I've been crazy about the shoulder for the last 2 seasons, but I really liked it sort of on the outside. Again, it became more armor than just structure. So, and the other great thing with that is that you can wear the jacket with the pad on the outside or without it. And then we did, you know, some of the hardware too. So.
Definitely one of my favorite pieces. I know it's just a showpiece, but it would be the chained shoulder detail, which I'm very interested in for editorial. I'm styling this very soon. But I find it very interesting that it's almost like you have like 2 different clients that can wear your lines. Like there's one that's very runway, very edgy, and then you have like your nice structured basics.
Yeah, well, you know what, the collection is really wearable, and I think runway is always a little theatric. You know, you want it to push the envelope a little bit, so it's the 10% of the collection that is really, you know, pushing it and will be more experimental. But still, PiNK Tartan is all about being experimental but wearable. You know, I'm a real true believer that I love fashion, and I make it so that even if it's out there a little bit, it's still sort of like an appropriate garment.
Wonderful. And who is your ideal client or your ideal girl that wears PiNK Tartan?
Well, you know what? I think that's hard to say because she bridges a lot of different girls. I usually take a muse every season. That's somebody that I just envision wearing the clothes. And for this collection, it was Uma Thurman, because I think I loved her in Kill Bill, and I thought just her strength of character kind of worked with the collection that I was doing here.
Wonderful. And I was wondering, have you ever thought into venturing into accessories somewhere down the line, be it bags or jewelry?
If you go take a look in the showroom, I have a couple little sneak peeks of the spring bags that we're doing.
Oh, I'm going to have to check that out.
Or actually fall. We're working on fall 2010 now.
Okay.
You know,
wonderful. And is it just bags for now, or?
We have a whole little an assortment of things that are in development. We're constantly developing and designing, so these are some of my favorite pieces that came out. So I have a little them tucked on the mannequins. You'll see them in there.
Perfect. I'm going to have a second glance. I did notice the canvas one with the leather handles with the
trompe-l'oeil.
Yes.
So we did trompe-l'oeil. We have a whole range. So those are the sort of the first early prototypes. And then we did a quilted with our iconic clover, which is the quadrifoil. So it's part of the brand identity. So you'll see that as well.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
It was wonderful talking to you.
Great.
Thanks.